Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. It is Monday, which that means weigh in and meeting topic du jour from the My WW. Well, I didn't get weighed. It's been a heck of a week. If you don't already know, my dog had to have surgery. I know it seems trivial in the grand scheme of things, but it really took its toll on me this week. And I didn't eat horribly bad, but I didn't, it was one of those weeks where I just really wasn't honestly tracking. And I just felt I don't need to get weighed because A, I'm on maintenance, and B, I'm at goal every week. So I thought to myself, why? I don't need to prove anything. If I don't want to get weighed this week, I don't have to get weighed this week. If because sometimes you could have the best week and the scale doesn't reflect it. You could have the worst week and the scale reflects it, or it doesn't reflect it. So I thought, I don't want the scale to run my life. I don't, because you know what? I've worked damn hard to get here, and I don't need that scale telling me which. Like, I don't need that to justify my week or answer to that scale. I am stronger than the scale. So I thought, take the power away. Don't get weighed. So I didn't. I only have to get weighed once a month. So I thought, there's no written thing. I have to get weighed every week. I don't want to, I've been, where are we at? February? It's a year and a month since I've been at my WW goal, and I knew it would be a hard goal to maintain. I did know that. So I go up and down, and I've been in weight loss mode the last month and a half, or almost 2 months, because I want to get a few pounds off. But you know what? I don't want the scale to rule my life. So I don't get those pounds off. Oh well, I'll live. And you know what? There are just more important things going on in the world and my life than the scale. I'm happy. I'm content. I'm healthy. Life goes on. So there is no weigh-in for me today. I have no idea. Like I said, it could have been a really good weigh-in. I have no way of knowing, because I just didn't want it to, I just didn't want, it's not about the number on the scale. It's not. And I preach that all the time. So I put my money where my big old mouth is. And funny thing, what's the topic this week? Non-scale victories. How funny is that? And that is, the not seeing the number on the scale you want, read about the non-scale victory. So I'm going to scroll. I have the meeting topic behind the camera. So in case you're wondering why I keep looking this way and scrolling, that is why. The definition of a non-scale victory is progress not related to the number on the scale that helps you see the bigger picture and stay inspired. You have to be inspired by other than the number on the scale, because let me tell you something. Every week that scale doesn't move, and it doesn't have to. And you need to be able to cope. And that was another thing. I don't want the journey and the weight loss to be about the number on the scale. It can't be. I am not going to have that scale rule my life. I'm just done. I am just done. I just want to live. That's all I want to do. I want to enjoy life. I want to live. I have other things going on besides the scale in my life. I do. And it's time I start enjoying it. What do you think? All right. Let's see. This is try this. If the scale didn't exist, how would you measure your progress? Spend a few minutes reflecting on the journey and the changes you've made off the scale. Now, depends on where you look at my journey, I've made several different changes in my life. The way I cook is, I always cooked good. My big issue was always amounts of food. So I like to start there. Am I eating as much as I did before? No. I always, like I said, we always ate a lot of chicken here anyway. I don't do a lot of deep frying or frying. I pretty much do baking, air frying, pan sauteing. So I cleaned up that act a little bit. I always used olive oil, so that's always been a good thing. But you just have to look at the smaller things that make up the big picture. 3 things that have changed in the past month. Not the number on the scale. Well, I do Leslie Sansone. I wouldn't say it's changed in the last month. It's changed in the last year, but everything has changed in the last year. We've all had to make adjustments to what's going on in the world. And we've learned that some things take priority over other things, and some things weren't as important as the other things, or the things that you thought were important really aren't. They've changed in the past month. See, I don't read this topic before I come on, so this is very, very raw and right off the cuff. I've learned to be, and it's all about this thing, learn to be easy on myself, because again, it's not always about the number on the scale. I've learned that I've had good weeks and the scale didn't reflect it. Doesn't mean my week was bad. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Take away the power. I'm not giving that scale power anymore. I'm done. But I'm moving more. I'm getting at least 8,000 steps. I know people will laugh at that. But if you'd seen my steps before, you'd be like, wow. I mean, I probably wouldn't get over 3,200 maybe on a good day. So to get between 8 and 10,000 every day, that's huge. Maybe not the weekends, but when I work and I'm busy and I do a lot more walking. I do a lot more, I'll get this, I'll get that, because I can do it. So I try to do more for myself. So I do think those victories are huge. Let's dive a little deeper. Think of 3 things other than your weight that have changed in the past month. Healthy habits you've adopted. I've been trying to eat more greens in the last month. I will say that when New Year's came, that was a resolution. I tried to, eat more greens, eat more kale, eat more spinach, eat more different kinds of funny lettuces. It's been going okay. I'm not doing too bad. And for Lent, I thought I'm trying to incorporate more fruit, because I don't eat a lot of fruit. I don't like fruit, honestly. It's not something that I go for, but I'm trying. I got some plums and some pears. I'll be eating more bananas. Just trying to, and I got a cantaloupe and a honeydew. My husband goes, you bought a cantaloupe and a honeydew? I'm like, I know. I'm trying to eat more vegetables and fruit. So you just try, and maybe it's the way you make it. Maybe I should try a little something different. Maybe make a smoothie, even though WW tells you to count it. Let's not go there. What impact did each of these have on you? Maybe you've learned how to cook, which was helpful. You enjoyed healthier, fresher meals. I think I just said that. Dang. Air frying. I think air frying in the oven, I've always kind of cooked like that, just like crank my oven up. Now I have a air fryer setting, so things come out really, really good. Reflect on the big picture. How does it feel to celebrate these non-scale victories? It definitely, when you look at things you didn't do and you can do, it's huge. And sometimes it's going shopping in a store that you couldn't shop at before. Talk about a non-scale victory. Ann Taylor Loft. I've never was able to go in Ann Taylor Loft. Girlfriend can go in there. And I don't have to go to like the end of the line. I can go in the midstream section. It's not all about the big girl sizes anymore. And that's huge. I mean, when you can't shop at a regular, and I consider like Ann Klein Loft a regular store. I mean, you go with your friends and they're looking at the clothes and you're looking at the accessories because the clothes don't fit. It's depressing. Decide how you'll remind yourself to pay attention to non-scale victories on your journey, which is what we're doing right now, but giving up the scale, focusing on the positives, and don't give the scale the power, and don't let this journey become bigger. You can't always think about, I got to have this number. It's not about the number. The numbers, and my leader always says numbers are paralyzing, and they are, because you get fixated. You get fixated on a number. It's all about how you feel inside. And some people, it's all about how they look. It's all about how you feel inside. You could look, you could be the biggest girl, but feel like $1 million on the inside. And that shows. And people see, like, look at her. I want to be more like her, because has that thing inside that just, she glows from the inside out because she believes in herself. She loves herself. You have to love yourself. And a lot of people don't. You have to love yourself and love the way you look, because you're made to be beautiful. And you are. If nobody told you, I'm telling you, you're gorgeous. You certainly are gorgeous. Did you know 82% of WW Success Registry members report that thinking about their past successes helped them to get back on track? Always think about that. Always think of how you were and what you did and what you used to weigh and how far you've come. Don't think about how far you have to go. Think about how far you've come. It's huge. It's huge. When I was at that plateau and I had like 14 pounds to lose to get to goal, I was just thinking, oh, this 14 pounds lose. But like, Denise, you've lost 100 pounds. 100. That's a person. And I still can't wrap myself around that. I can't wrap myself around that I had to lose it, because it's embarrassing to say you have to lose 100 pounds. I was embarrassed. And when I tell people now, like, how much did you lose? You're just like, 114 pounds. Like, because they're like, you weren't that big. Yeah, I was. It's all how you carry yourself and your attitude. I had the best attitude, and I always carried myself, and I always dressed kind of, not accentuating the belly and the thighs. And people, not that you couldn't notice, but I think when you just look and you have that self-confidence, that's what I was looking for. Self-confidence. People don't see it. So I've always been self-confident. I don't know why. I guess because my parents never said anything negative to me growing up. I was never told I was heavy, and I was. Never said, honey, you should lose weight. I was always beautiful. I was the princess of the house. That's how you should grow up. You should always grow up with a lot of positivity, because it makes for a great kind of level-headed adult. Not that I couldn't always be non-level-headed. Let's see what the recipe du jour is. Let me look. Greek turkey meatballs. I like Greek. 3 on green, 2 on blue, and 2 on purple. Skinless chicken breast, onions, egg, plain breadcrumb, cheese. If anybody didn't tell you, the secret to a good meatball is Parmesan cheese. And that bad boy has it. Garlic, flat leaf parsley, mint leaves, oregano, as I like to say it, oregano. Oregano is real big in the Greek. Salt, pepper, cinnamon. Interesting. Olive oil, diced tomatoes, and tomato paste. That's probably for the sauce. It's sitting in sauce. Cinnamon and meatballs, or is it in the sauce? Let's see where the cinnamon goes. Because I gotta look. Tomatoes and paste. Oh, the cinnamon goes in the sauce. There we go. Cinnamon goes in the sauce. I would have never. Don't know if I'd do that. I don't know. I mean, if you've ever had cinnamon in the sauce, let me know, because I'm kind of going, don't know about that. I didn't know cinnamon was Greek. But Greek turkey meatballs. How many do you get for those points? Let's see. 3 meatballs and half a cup of sauce. My sauce is 0 points. So if I remember to link that up on the cards, you shouldn't be paying for marinara. Just saying. Never pay for marinara sauce. I'm not sure if there's... because these are extra lean, skinless turkey breasts. You're not paying for the meat. Maybe the parm and the breadcrumb. It's not that much. I can sit here and identify that, but I'm just not. So that is it. Non-scale victories. You have to embrace them, because there's weeks. If nobody told you this before, you don't lose every week, and it's okay. I mean, there are people that will. If you're honestly on track, honest tracking, and you're staying within your points, and you do the plan, you may lose every week for quite a while. But if you don't, I did the plan my way and incorporated things I loved and just did it my way. I did it my way. Ugh, that was bad. So yeah, it took me a little bit longer, but you know what? I'm here. So I had to do it. It's like Johnny said in Dirty Dancing, I had to do my kind of dancing. I had to do my kind of weight loss journey, because this is who I am. I'm not changing anytime soon, and I don't want to. I like the food I eat, and I love how I cook it, and I love my Italian heritage, so those foods were never going to go anywhere. So it's just with me, it was portions. Still is. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you as part of the District D community. I have a fabulous Facebook group. I go live with Tea with D every night, pretty much, here on the channel. Come, just show up and introduce yourself. Say, hey, it's my first tea with Dee. We'd love to chat. And I do a step club. I do a glam squad. We work out on Zoom Monday through Friday. We do a walking video together. Again, just show up. Part of my Facebook group, the link is in there to join, and I highly recommend you do it. I am contemplating, I'm pretty much probably going to do it, a weekly Zoom weight loss meeting for the struggling. Not that anybody could come, but if you've lost your way and your wagon is nowhere in the vicinity of the next 800 miles, come to my Facebook group, be part of that. You'll see when my Zoom goes up, and you can be part of that as well, because if you might need a little extra inspiration, who doesn't need a little extra support? So I am here for you. So I am going to head on out, get ready for my live, and I will chat with you all real quickly.